Okay. Hello and welcome back to the Spanish Pavilion here at Mobile World Congress 2022 in Barcelona, where we are continuing with our co-exhibitor presentations. The next company presenting for us is Sygris with their presentation, Strategic Alliances for Sygris, a sustainability software company. Joining me on stage is Marcelo Bellini, Key Account Manager for the company, and Minerva Piquero, Directora de Comunicación. Welcome, and whenever you're ready, the stage is yours.
Thank you for your time. So we're here to talk about a quick talk about to join low code and sustainability, and we prepared a couple of questions, Minerva and I, to go over these aspects.
Yeah, but before we start, I would like to ask you, what do you mean really when you say sustainability?
Okay, so when we talk about sustainability, it's very important. You know, people often mistake about being green. It's not about being green, about calculating the carbon footprint. No, it's much more than that. It's something that's instilled in our daily lives, and for businesses, it's about being viable over time. What do I mean by being viable over time? It's understanding stakeholder interest, identifying them and acting upon them. With this, what we can do is mitigate the risks which are derived from information which is not purely financial. For example, about 20 years ago, many people are aware of this case. You know, a large clothing company, a sportswear company, they were at their pinnacle. They were doing a great job, and an image of a kid leaked on the internet.
I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
It leaked on the internet, and it was a kid sewing a football.
Yeah.
The impact that it had on society in terms of, wow, this company is not doing what they should be doing.
Yeah.
Right? And that's non-financial information. So the financial impact that it had on the company was tremendous. So that's the importance of being in line with your stakeholders, making sure you're acting upon what's interesting for them and what concerns them. Because at the end of the day, if a company is not sustainable and it's not betting on sustainability, they're eventually going to be excluded from the system.
That's right, because it's not, as you said, it's not about being green, but it's about being sustainability with companies. But how do you put together sustainability and technology and low code, which is what you do in Sygris? How do you put all those things together?
So basically, here's the magic. Low code is a technology, right? It's a disruptive technology. It's new. It's a change in paradigm. So what we do with low code is we use Sygris, we use low code technology, and it allows you to create, it automates workflows. It allows you to, let's say, gather information more precisely, work with that information, and empower companies to improve those processes.
Yeah, but how low code on technology helps company to be more sustainable? Okay,
so we also have this. That's a good point. So if a company wants to be sustainable, they have to focus on first the strategy, right? And then get to point 1 to point 2.
Yep.
It's pretty hard to get to point 1 or 2 without what? Information.
A lot of data, right?
A lot of data. So usually there's a lot of information. That information is not organized, and most importantly, it's non-homogeneous. So this brings us back to what you were saying, Minerva, is data. So we see it the following way. The importance of first collecting data. That data can be in Excel, it could be in a legacy system, in a CRM, in different in different areas of company. It can even be in paper format. What we need to do first is collect the data. Once we have the data, we need to organize and structure the data. Because how are we going to read? We can have a lot of information, but how are we going to read it if we don't understand it?
But one thing, we need a special person to do all these things for low code. I mean, we did a business user. I mean, can anybody use the low code to measure and capture all this data from sustainability, or companies do need a special profile for this?
You can do it if you want.
I can do it.
You can do it. I can do it as well. So this is something important that you've brought up, is the idea of citizen developer. What do I mean by this? It's empowering business users to develop their own applications. How so? Low code is disruptive. It's a change in paradigm. So it allows business users to develop applications with assembling pre-configured modules. I'm going to give you an example that you're going to really enjoy.
Please.
Imagine I come with a
Yeah.
box of Legos.
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 Like my kids play with them.
Exactly, and I'm
Okay.
sure you played with them as well.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
do.
imagine I drop the box here and I say, Minerva,
Yeah.
build your dream house with Legos.
Yeah.
You know, you have pre-configured, you have these little blocks, different
Yeah.
shapes, different colors. That's similar to what low code is it's up to you to use your imagination and how fast you want to build. That's what low code allows you to do.
So I can program it myself. But what does it mean really that a sustainability consultant can develop his own applications?
So here's
really?
I think I know where you're getting at. Traditionally, historically, programmers
Yeah.
were the ones developing applications.
Yeah, and then there's the business person who is close to, yeah.
Exactly.
How do you cut, make a shortcut in this?
And the problem with that, with that is that there's loss of information. You have
Yeah.
a sales rep listening to the client
Yeah,
and bringing it back, that information to the programmer. What low code does, a citizen developer role is a business user, for example, a sustainability consultant. He's an
Yeah.
expert in sustainability. Let's say I'm an expert in sustainability and you're my client. And I tell you, okay, I'm going to help you with your strategy, your first sustainable strategy, and to help you measure the impact your strategy is going to have on sustainable development goals. You're going to be telling me what you need. I'm going to be giving you my input.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be developing the application for you.
so you speak the same language,
Exactly.
which is the point, right?
And we avoid middlemen, unnecessary middlemen.
Yeah.
We avoid losing information. You're going to be telling me what, and as soon as I hang up the phone with you, I'm going to be developing for you.
So we're saving time, money, and we're improving our business results, of course.
That's correct.
One thing, can this low code help business to develop in other areas? Because I know you're very good at sustainability, but I know you can work in all the different business areas in the company, right?
Yes, low code is not tied to sustainability.
Yeah.
Our core business is in regards to helping companies be more sustainable through our software. But low code allows you to build applications for whatever department or whatever business need. Basically what we're doing is we're helping companies resolve any tactical pain through an agile manner, which is low code.
So it's one dashboard. You make it very quick. It's only one person.
Exactly. It's that the citizen developer can do it. And what you're mentioning about dashboard brings me back to what I was saying in the beginning is you're collecting the information, you're organizing the information, but there's one important aspect that we didn't touch base, but we can do it now is once you have all the information, you need to present it, you need to showcase the information. But you needed to do it in a user-friendly manner, in a dashboard.
Yeah.
And that's what low-code can do, and that's what, over at Sygris, that's what we're enabling companies to do through an interface, through a dashboard where you can identify, hey, this strategy that I have in place, I'm seeing that it's not working, or it's not, it's the results that I'm getting are not what are expected. And I know where to act immediately because low-code, the platform allows you to manage data and monitor data in real time.
Tell me one thing I would like to know is companies are really concerned about sustainability, of course, and Low is over there giving us, marking a rhythm we have to do. And how many aspects, how many points has a company to be aware of when it takes to really make a very good sustainability strategy for the company?
Well, it's first of all, it's important. Each country has its own laws.
Yeah.
Now there's the European taxonomy, which is coming into place. It goes back to what I was saying before. Is companies need to really focus on being sustainable because it's not the future. It's now. So depending on the laws, over at Sygris, we help companies identify what needs to be done. How to gather, how to monitor the non-financial information. There are different solutions available within what we offer. But it's all about identifying how do you want to get to point 1 to point 2 and where you want to begin. And there's different ways to go about that. It's going to ultimately depend on the company's, let's say, urgency with one matter or the other matter.
I heard, and this is just for ending, that some study says that for the next 3-4 years, the 65% of companies will manage low code. And I think it's over 75% already in Asia and in the United States. So should we have to say that low code is the future?
It's not the future, it's now.
It is now.
It's now, and I'm going to give you, before we end, I'm going to give you a quick example. Many people ask us, How long does it take to create an application? I'm
How
going to
long?
give, it depends on the complexity, it depends on the size of the application you want to construct, the amount of data you want to monitor. To give you something which we can all identify, let's go back 2 years real quick. COVID
Okay.
struck, right? We had a client that asked us, hey, I want to monitor, I want to understand what's happening. I'm a multinational company. I want to
Yeah.
understand what's happening in all branches of the company because I want to know how many suspected cases there are in my employees. I want to know who's healing. I want to know what, let's say, factories I have to close, but I want to do this in real time. You can do it in Excel, but it's not
Oh,
real
real
time.
time?
Real time, not in Excel.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I go to my board meeting on a weekly basis, because COVID was so important, it was paramount to identify, what was happening in each factory. I can sit down and literally 10 seconds before sitting down with my director, tell him, look, right now we have 2 suspected cases. As we're talking, there's 3 suspected cases. 3 have been healed. We should close this factory. That application took 4 days to construct.
Wow.
And we're talking about a multinational company which has, offices abroad. We were able to compile all that information and develop a dashboard which was very intuitive, user-friendly, and measuring real time, the situational analysis in regards to COVID and the employees.
On 4 days.
4 days.
So for the end, I would like to take 2 highlights. I think it's important. One is that those companies that are not in sustainability, now they won't be in the market in the next few years. They'll be off, so they have to hurry up. And second, low code is not future, it's now, right?
It's now. It's our day-to-day.
Thank you, Marcelo.
Thank you.